Like a big empty space here now without the hookah in the way. What's going on, everyone? This is Zach with StrictlyShisha. And since the invent of the Cloud Lotus, I've seen a lot of new heat management systems pop up on the market. Some of them very simplistic, like the Provost heat management system, that works very, very well. So today I'm here to talk about the Fumo design, the brand, Windguard 2. And supposedly this is not a heat management device. This is a heat delivery system. And I'll clarify the difference in that, but that's what they've explained to me. But I take it more as a heat management device. Smoking this on my Fumo tank, a hookah that I haven't brought out in a very, very long time. But I figured I'd do tribute to the brand and do Fumo on Fumo. I am smoking a mixture of haze raspberry with Khalil Mamoon tobacco, lemon mint. It's a pretty good mix. I like that raspberry lemonade. I'm a big raspberry fan these days. Got an ottoman base on the bottom to light it up and make it look fancy using a stock Fumo hose. And the bowl, as you can see, I am using a Goodfella bowl with this product today. Oddly enough, my stock Fumo bowl did not fit with the Fumo Windguard 2. I have an older design Fumo bowl, and the newer, larger Fumo bowls are what's compatible with this. And I guess I can show you obviously here, the Goodfella bowl is compatible with this. But in terms of compatibility, the way this is designed, I see the bowl actually sitting on the inner ring of that outer edge of it, and that would make it feel more secure. So I've used this with bowls like the Bambino bowl, which have a smaller diameter. It does not fit on my Harmony bowl because the Harmony bowl is just too small where it kind of wobbles off, so that doesn't really work. But any sort of smaller diameter bowl will work. Something like the Tanger's small though is too small and the vents are actually covered up, so that is not compatible. So there are a few bowls on the market that you can use that are not made by Fumo that it works well with. But I am actually quite uncomfortable with the way it's sitting right now. It's sitting just on the edge and I'm kind of worrying about it teetering off. That's kind of the same feel I have with the Cloud Lotus. If it does not sit on that exact edge on the Cloud Lotus, I don't find it to be compatible. You are limited to some of the bowls you can use, but as you can see, a lot of us do have Goodfella bowls, so you can use it on a Goodfella bowl. So let's get into the design of this product. The Fumo Windguard 2 is designed with a double layer coal screen that is screwed together, and it has this wind cover apparatus around it with a removable top vent. And that differs from the original Fumo Windguard 1 because that was a simplistic one-layer screen with a round ring that went across it, and that was supposed to help keep in the heat. But Fumo wanted to improve the design, increase the functionality, and the availability to use it with other bowls. And we've gone over that part already. So the design of this, it's actually very interesting. So they don't call it a heat management system because it is not designed to be adjusted throughout your session. You're not supposed to manage the heat in any way. Their ideal goal is for you to find the right amount of heat that you need at the beginning, keep that heat on the whole time, and not adjust it throughout your session. And the goal of that is to get a great flavor, bold flavor strength throughout, and huge clouds is what they've instructed me on. And I have talked to them regarding my concerns with this product and how to get the best results out of it. So today I have it packed in the Goodfella bowl. I have the tobacco packed up to the rim. It is not touching the bottom of the thing, especially because it is sitting on that outer lip. You can't actually touch it unless you pack it really high. And that is a recommendation. Do not pack the tobacco too high so that it blocks the airflow. The actual coals themselves, they recommend using between 4 and 5 coals and cover the actual vents about 75%. And I'll overlay a picture right now of how I have the coals positioned so you guys can see the best results that I've gotten. And I have noticed the coals blacking out a little bit because there's no vents actually in here other than this top vent. Like you guys are familiar with the MIG Razor or the Cloud Lotus, there actually are vents on the side. These vents here are ported in between the 2 layers of the actual screens. So where the coals are positioned, there's actually no vents in there other than the top piece. So that's one of my concerns. So the design is very interesting. I think it actually looks aesthetically quite great for this modernized hookah. It really complements the design. My friend Samir said it actually looks like an astronaut helmet or something from space, and I can kind of see that. The finish is actually very nicely done. It almost looks like it would be a non-stick surface, but considering that the tobacco is not supposed to touch the bottom, that's kind of irrelevant because you won't actually have any tobacco burning. But how does this product actually function? Let's get into the functionality now. As you can see, this product does have the ability to put out clouds. The clouds are not the largest clouds in the world, but it does put out good smoke, and there is a balance of flavor. I'm getting no burning from the session at all, nor in any of my testing have I burned any of the tobacco. I'm getting nice pure flavor from the tobacco, which I really enjoy. But I would say that I could still get great pure flavor with a little bit larger clouds for my liking. I would like a little bit more robust clouds to have that perfect balance. So in terms of actually not burning the tobacco and getting good flavor, we'll actually give them a check on that aspect. The double layer coal screen. The design of it is designed so the actual vents in the middle do not overlay the vents on the outer ring. So that if any sort of ash or ash, if any sort of ash drops through those middle vents, it actually is not able to enter your bowl and tarnish the flavor. And I've actually experienced no sort of coal taste from this or coal tarnishing. I'm also using natural coals, and that's not something I typically experience anyway. But the additional design of that the ash will not fall in there actually is quite cool, because I have seen ash, in my Cloud Lotus actually fall through those outer edges, and I always wonder if I'm actually inhaling that or how that works. So, the design of that is actually quite cool. This outer ring here, it does keep in the heat, and it's just very synonymous with a general wind cover that you guys are very familiar with as is. And I'll do it up close now. They give you this little stick thing, and this is how you're supposed to, I guess, add this top layer or take this part off when it's hot. Obviously, this whole system is very, very warm, and you can't just touch it with your hands. So they provide this very silly looking stick so that you can take this top part off, and you simply insert it into the top and you pull this off. Now, the whole design of this is quite cumbersome in my opinion. This 3-piece system with all these different parts plus this stick, it's just a lot of work and a lot of separate pieces that I have to keep up with on a daily basis. I have to maintain throughout my session because I gotta finicky with it, when other heat management systems are all built into one. You have a swivel, you have a thing to take off the top layer, it's all built in. So this whole multi-piece system for me, I do not like at all. I don't like that they haven't just built in this screen somehow. Have a little toggle so you can open this up. Like a little thing, that would be quite cool, almost like the Cloud Lotus. I could imagine something like that. So aesthetics aside, the actual design of this lots of pieces and stick system, I actually don't like. I say it's a big drawback to this. The next thing I say is a drawback to this is the fact that you have to use a lot of coals. I'm running 4 cubes on here, and I still feel like it needs more heat. I feel like if I had just a little more heat on there, I could get nice large clouds that I'm looking for. But 4 coals is about all I can fit in there. Maybe I could fit 1 more flat, but when I'm running 5 coals in any sort of heat management system, I could run 2 hookahs for that many. That's a lot just to enjoy in a solo session. So the amount of heat you have to use on this to get large clouds, if you can even get large clouds, is definitely a drawback. So I would say the overall functionality of the Fumo Windguard 2 is a little bit lacking. I think that the idea behind it is quite great, but there are some aspects of it that are lacking, especially the amount of smoke output and the multi-piece design. So my recommendation would be to them is I think that what's really hindering the performance of this product is these 2 cold screens here. There's a lot of space in between the 2 cold screens in addition to the space between the bowl, and you just are not getting enough heat to that tobacco so you can get those nice robust clouds. So hopefully for the Windguard 3, they heed my advice, as well as some other reviewers. I know Christian also has been testing out one of these, and he has not been able to get great results without really loading on the heat. And we both agree, for all that amount of heat you have to load on there, it's just a lot of work, and there are a lot of other ways to heat manage, like the original heat management system called Foil, that's always worked and never really let us down. So thank you guys very much for watching. This is my thoughts on the Fumo Windguard 2. If you happen to have one or have tested out one, have you gotten really great results, definitely comment below, send me an email at StrictlyShisha@gmail.com, so maybe you guys can give me some tips on how to get more use out of this product. But as of right now, with my current knowledge and the feedback that I've gotten from the Fumo design team, by the way, they were great at responding to me, great communication, good customer service, as I remember when I bought my Fumo tank. Really, really nice people over there. I just couldn't get this product to work even with their recommendations. So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for watching. I am freezing. I'm starting to shiver a little bit. So you guys have a wonderful night. Take care.